As the years passed, training grew more demanding. By their teenage years, the boys were nearly soldiers. Their bodies were lean from labor, their minds sharp from discipline. Some were assigned to secret missions, testing their cunning and resilience. Others took part in ritual contests where endurance under pain was displayed as proof of worthiness. The Agoge was more than an education, it was a shaping. A boy entered as the child of a household. He emerged as a servant of Sparta, molded to endure hunger, cold, fear, and pain, his identity inseparable from the state. As you imagine these young lives measured by discipline rather than tenderness, by hunger rather than plenty, you begin to see the foundation of Spartan society. Their warriors, so often celebrated in story, were born not from ease, but from long years of struggle pressed upon them from the moment they could walk. And from these harsh beginnings, our journey next leads us to the battlefield where the training of the Agoge met its true test. In the summer of 480 BCE, the Spartans received word that the Persian king Xerxes had set his army in motion, marching his vast horde across the Aegean, aiming for the heart of Greece. The Spartans, along with their allies, positioned themselves to meet this threat at a narrow mountain pass near the hot springs of Thermopylae. These men had trained their entire lives for this moment, ready to give their lives for their city-state. On the first day of battle, the Persians came in full force, a surging wave of humanity led by King Xerxes himself, who watched from atop a nearby hill. The Spartans, along with the Thespians, who had come to assist them, stood firm. Leonidas, the Spartan king, led the defense with his two brothers, Demaratus and Cleombrotus. They were joined by the younger members of the royal line, including the future Spartan king Agesilaus. For 2 days the Spartans held their ground, their shields forming a wall of crimson and gold, their spears pointed toward the oncoming Persians. But on the 3rd day, a Spartan soldier named Ephialtes betrayed his comrades, leading the Persians around the mountain to get behind the Spartan lines. When Leonidas heard about this, he dismissed most of his allies, thanking them for their aid and telling them to return home. With only a small group of 150 Spartans and some teenagers at his side, Leonidas made a stand against the entire Persian army, and so began the last stand of the 300 at the Battle of Thermopylae, immortalized by the ancient poets and more recently brought to life in the film 300. To learn more about the events leading up to this pivotal moment, watch our video on the Greco-Persian Wars. And to witness the aftermath of Thermopylae and the heroic sacrifices made there, continue your journey by watching our video on the Battle of Plateau.